Support Laneside. Get something cool. Alright, here we are down on the lanes with our two-handed bowler. Now listen, this video is going to be a little bit different, with Wayne still battling some injuries and Scoops attending to, ooh, that was a nice shot, attending to some personal matters. It's been left to me to do a little bit of a deep dive here on the newest ball from DV8, the DarkSide. Now first off, please stick through this video. Hang on to the end here because it's going to be worth your wait. You're going to see something interesting. And second of all, let's send Wayne and Scoop some love in the comments. Both are going to be back next month, and we really miss them. Now, without further ado, let's talk about the DarkSide from DV8. Yes, this ball brings the cookies and a lot of strikes. You can see on my first shot there, I was in my benchmark area, and I was able to just roll it forward like I would my normal benchmark ball, and it seemed to hit pretty hard. You can also see this ball's got some motion when you get around it. So let's get into it a little bit. This is the latest innovation in no-thumb technology from DV8. It was designed to create more drilling options and greater performance range from the weakest layout to the strongest layout. And it features the new patent-pending core duality. Now, interestingly, this is not an HK22 ball. This is the Insider Hybrid, finished at 500, 1000, 1500 plus compound. And you can see when I get around it there, that thing opens up. So let's talk about this ball a little bit. Usually when I drill a ball, I drill the weakest layout and the strongest layout, kind of the high and low, so we can show everybody the difference between what you can get out of the layouts. Well, when I got this ball, I actually got a message from Brian Bakosh saying, "Hey, you know what? Message me before you drill this thing. I wanna talk to you about it." And when we started talking about it, he said, "You know, I see you do this and I see you do that. I want to see this ball fit in the middle of everything you've got. You've got a great two-handed arsenal started with the Troublemaker, Solid, and the Pearl. Boy, this thing hooks a lot. Look at my reaction there. It's safe." He said, "You know what? You want something in the middle here. You've got a hole in your bag, and I think this ball will fit that spot." So we sat down and we used the no-thumb resources that were available on the DV8 website, and we decided that we wanted to come up with a bit of a unique layout that matched kind of a hole in my arsenal. So we ended up laying this ball out at 112 by 4.5 by 52. Now, as a one-handed bowler, you know we never go above 90 degrees. Man, does this thing ever hook? Like, yeah, I got to get over the other side there. I've been trying to forward rolling it. It seemed to be fine coming off the end of the pattern, nice and controlled, but getting around it, this thing really jumps. Now, we wanted to create something, as I was saying, that was unique. That 112-degree drill angle, even though this is a symmetric ball, it just places the core in a certain position. And those positions are really important. We're going to get into that in a minute here. But we wanted to create a reaction that would control the friction when I was rolling it forward, but allow me to create some versatility with my release. So you can see I'm trying to get around it, and I just keep moving. Now, I don't know if you guys have been counting, but that's 6 in a row. One good one, and then I've just been moving left 3 boards at a time, trying to see exactly how much I can open up the lane with this ball. So we wanted to create something that had some versatility with my release, but we also wanted to create a backup to my fresh ball. Something that when I needed a little bit more length, or something that could be a little bit more versatile. Look at it, just keeps hooking and it just keeps carrying. And that's what we did here. We created a late hook ball that really sits behind either my urethane or my short pin, that you can see when I rolled it forward, it was just like my benchmark. But when I get around it, I create more versatility. I can create a little bit more, or a lot more, pop-down lane. Now, we talked about how the drilling really affects this. If you look at the charts available on DV8's website, they talk about the pin to center of grip, anywhere from 1.5 inches up to 5.5 inches. Oh, look at this. Rob's rolling it forward. I kind of got a feeling at this point, I started looking down at the sheet, that I had a few strikes in a row here. And as you know, we keep throwing until we don't strike. So when I was looking at this chart, it was interesting because the charts now offer what the post-drilling numbers are. And if you look at the DarkSide here, at a 1.5 inch pin to center of grip, this ball is a 2496 026 002. So a pretty weak, like a benchmark ball, like something that's very controllable. But as you go up, the RG doesn't change, but you get quite a range in the differential and the intermediate differential. Whoa. Oh, here comes the train. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 in a row, and even 3 of them proper. When you look at this chart here, I mean, this ball has such a huge range. The intermediate differential difference goes from 002 to 018. The differential range goes from 026 to 051. Its 5.5 inch pin to center of grip is as strong as the Troublemaker's core at 5.5 inches, and it's actually as strong as the Heckler's core at 3.5 inches. So this, really, Rob, again for 10? You know, cross lane for 10? Sure, why not? This ball creates a huge range, and I can see now why Brian was saying, hey, you know, I want this to fit a certain place in your bag, because, I mean, we talk a lot of the time. He watches my videos, I watch his videos, and he could see that there was something I was missing. And I think we're seeing that he wasn't wrong here. Now we're going into the 11th shot here, and once again, I'm just a little stuck a little bit there. You can see I'm just trying to roll it forward. We're on the front 11 now. Ooh, this is a nail biter. We haven't had something like this since we saw the Rattler new. And this is 11 in a row in less than 8 minutes. When was the last time you saw a 11-bagger in under 8 minutes? So here we go. We're going to go into the final shot here. We are going to review this against our benchmark. Don't you worry, but we have to. We got to find out, can Rob carry this one? Can Rob finally put this one together? How good is the DarkSide? How good are those cookies? Well, let's see here. Come on, Rob. You can tell, even I'm a little nervous off to the side here, taking a little bit extra. On 11 in a row, here we go. Come on. Oh, that was a good one. Boom! Woohoo! This is the greatest day of my life. Yes, that is absolutely the worst 300 game you're ever going to see, but it might actually be the fastest one that you see done on one lane at just about 8 minutes. Half the strikes Brooklyn, half the strikes pocket. Now let's take a look at it left-handed here. I was able to create, well, you can see here, look at this. Anywhere from right on top of my benchmark shot to plus, I'm going to say about 10 boards here. There was a huge range I was able to create. And speaking of benchmark balls, here's my Rattler. And you'll notice that I can create some room with this ball. This is my first ball out of the bag, the one that tests exactly what the lanes are doing. Check this out. We're going to go forward roll versus forward roll, the Rattler versus the DarkSide. Look how close they are. The DarkSide, I was able to create about 1 foot to 2 feet more distance. Rolling it forward, the shape was very, very similar, though. Like, you can see how close these shapes are on top of each other. Watch this here in the replay. You can see it's just a little faster off the spot. The motions are very similar, but the core dynamics of the Rattler and the DarkSide are very similar number-wise. It's just where the ball drills into or doesn't drill into that core material that really creates that motion. Now you can see my Rattler's not being slow off the spot. Sometimes when we get on here on the fresh, it's a little bit smoother. You can see this one's got a little bit of hook down lane this time. And you'd think with something that is a hybrid like the DarkSide here, it would be a huge difference in hook, like it would be so much more. But really, the biggest thing was a little bit more length. And look at how it gets through the pins. Watch how it goes through the pins, how it'll be to the left of the rattler so it doesn't deflect. And that's a huge reason why I carried so many strikes. The ball is so continuous. It just runs over the pins like mad. So when it comes to the DarkSide, a ball for one-handers, a ball for two-handers, this ball's got cookies because it's going to strike like a lot. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.